exactly how everyday families like yours are using options to create an income stream. Hello? That's how income stream. Y'all, stream, continuous, not never ending, flowing. Hello? With no financial degree required, no Wall Street background needed. You just need to be serious and the proper training, okay? Remember, stay all the way to the end so I can give you that special gift with the partnership that I have established. It's going to be something that's going to be very beneficial to you on your trading journey. So I'm super excited. Okay. Now, I want y'all to, I want to ask one question, right? If you are the person that has always wanted more for your family, for yourself, right? You always looking at the finer things. You're always like, yeah, I know I deserve better. But there's always something that keeps getting in the way, right? You're like, there's never enough hours. There's never enough money that I could save to put together. Or that money that you saved on, you had to use it on something else. Hello? I don't know if that definitely has happened to me before, right? Um, maybe it's like that bill that never stops. Maybe it's that job that you just they're never giving you enough hours. And it always seemed like the when the paycheck y'all, when the paycheck be deposited on Friday, why is it gone by Saturday afternoon? Is that anyone? Is that by Saturday afternoon? You lucky if you pay the tithes on Saturday. At least you got to put that in the bill, so at least that get paid. So that, but Sunday, you're like, what happened? I know I just got paid, right? Listen, I get it, y'all. She said Friday night, please. Gone, right? Just ran away. But let me tell you something. It's not your fault. And I say too, it's not my fault. You were not able to access a way to generate wealth as of yet, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Let me know something really quickly as we go through here. I'm going to ask you some questions. As you can see, we're interacting, we're vibing. Let me know if you have probably tried one of these, you've fallen victim for this, and all you have today is say is simply me in the chat if you've fallen victim to this, okay? Let me know if you've fallen victim for the savings trap, right? This is one thing we say. I'll just save more. I'm gonna start the compulsory savings thing where they're gonna take a certain amount of money out of my account and or I'm gonna go put it in the little group thing. In Jamaica, we call it a partner. I don't know what they call it in America, but it's a partner. The and you just say, okay, I'm gonna do the dollar. I'm gonna susu. There it is. I'm gonna do the dollar thing, right? Or I'm gonna do the change jar. How many of us got a tell the truth to shame the devil? Who got a shoebox with some money in the closet right now, right? Or the coin jar. Y'all, this is the thing. Once we have this savings goal, we usually spend it on something that we're not supposed to spend it on. Inflation keeps eating up our savings, and we can never really build on that money, right? Let me know if you fell victim for this one. The side hustle trap. This one here, right? Where you're like, oh, I'm skilled. Like I can do hair, I can do nails, I can fix cars. I'm handy, right? Or as my teacher friends, we are notorious for having side hustles. We babysit, we tutor, we work in the summer or DoorDash. Yeah, right? But this is the thing, with the side hustle trap, it's in fact a trap because you're still trading time for money. More hours, more hustle, same ceiling, right? Or you fall victim for this watch and wait trap where you're like, oh, yeah, the stock market, yeah, that's for them. That's not for me. Those are for people who actually learned from their family or have a financial degree or went to school for math and finance and things like that. That's never for me. Or that ship has sailed. I should have done that in my younger years. Okay, trust me that I fell victim for all of these. Okay. Now, if you're in this trading world or have looked into trading, you may have looked at different trading individuals or did your research, which most of us are here have done, right? Maybe you've run into this. Let me know if you've run into any of this where you're like, oh, it's very hype filled right now with a lot of gurus showing screenshots and Lamborghinis and all the lavish things that they're able to buy, right? But that's nice for you. But I don't know how to do it yet. So how do I get the skill to get the money, right? How do I get? I know you got nice and shiny stuff, but I want to actually learn how to do this for myself. Maybe you've fallen victim for this, where it's a bunch of verbiage, right? Where it's like, oh, they want to sound extra, extra smart, right? They're throwing Greeks, they're throwing IVs, thetas, decays, indices, different sectors. There's different type of there's different hours and there's different markets, and you just want to make sure, hey, if I put my money in here, how do I make it grow? How do I make sure I don't lose it? Eh? That's how I was thinking. Like, I don't want all that extra stuff. I just want to make sure I know where my money goes and how I can make it grow. Another thing that I was really, really worried about as a teacher, and this is true, true, true to my heart, right? I made $200 a day, okay? So losing any of that felt like they were taking off a piece of a body part, no lie, because that was 8 hours of my life that I was at the building, not to mention the hours before, not to mention the hours after, right? So I could not fathom losing any of that. So the risk scared the living daylights out of me. But this is the thing. No one really explained how to actually manage risk or there was even an ability to manage risk when it comes to trading. So when I figured that out or I learned that, that changed the game for me. Okay. Now I want to tell you the truth that no one's really going to tell you. And because y'all my peoples and we've been hanging out already, I'm going to tell you the truth that nobody will tell you. Trading education has always, always been built for people who have already spoken the language, right? Their fathers spoke about trading, their uncles, their great granduncles, right? Who have trusts, who have left them an inheritance. They're the ones that have always, that's what trading, who has trading has been for, not for the teacher that teaches in Title I low income neighborhoods, or not the laborer, my husband, who has worked physical labor jobs since he's been an adult, and not for parents who are immigrants, who are working two jobs, who are working the job and the side hustle for their families, not for our families. That's not a skill problem, my friends. That's a teaching problem. And that's exactly what the Trade to Wealth was built to fix. The thing that I will teach you will help you generate wealth. Okay. Like I said, it's an income stream. The stock market is an income stream. As a teacher, and I'm being brutally honest. I celebrated my 2 year, no first day of school this past school year. That's my anniversary. No first day of school for me. But as a teacher, thank you so much. But as a teacher, we don't teach kids how to generate wealth, right? We teach them to be well-trained workers. Okay. So I want y'all to understand that as a teacher, I was there for 15 years. Stay in line, come at a certain time, focus, right? This is what we're teaching our children to do in the schools. But once you have a skill set, because my son's 7 years old, right? And he doesn't ask me how was work. He says, how was the charts today? Were we green today? That's what my son asks. So imagine what my baby's gonna do with when he gets his future. He has his chance in the world. He has options. And it's not only about us. I want to make that painfully clear. That's one of my things when I left the classroom. I said, I'm not able to be in with my kids for 180 days. But what if I'm able to impact the parents? What would that do to those same kids, right? What would it do to those same kids if their parents don't have that stress of, oh, I need more hours. No, I was able to go to the market and generate wealth, right? So I want to make something painfully clear, y'all. Every month you wait is a month that the market moves without you. The market doesn't pause for you to feel ready. The stock market's going to be open tomorrow, And Thursday and Friday, every single day, everyday families are using simple option strategies to generate income from their phones, their kitchen tables. And the only difference between them and you right now is they already have the right education. So I want to formally introduce myself. My name is Taneisha Haye. I came from the small but mighty island of Jamaica, and I had a passion for teaching from very young, and I fell in love with the world of trading. And when I got into the world of trading, I quickly realized that ain't nobody teaching right. And as a teacher, it's very hard for me to see that information is not being transformed or transported correctly or transferred correctly. And it really, really bothered me. So my husband and I created this program that filled in that blank or fill in those gaps or those questions that I just couldn't find. We had to fill in those gaps for ourselves. So we created a program to help individuals that are just like us that want just a better way to generate wealth or another way to generate wealth. So that being said, we are a two-man team, and I want to introduce my husband, Coach Mike, or Big Mike, or Mike. And what I want y'all to understand, he does not like this at all. So take it that he really like y'all, that he's on here talking. He's just gonna say a few words, introduce himself, and then we'll get back into it. Okay? So bring up Mike.
Hey y'all, good evening. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm Mike. I go by Big Mike. I'm a husband, I'm a father. Just a quick thing about me. I my whole life I worked construction, repairing pools, um, delivering furniture. So I always worked a physical job and I didn't know nothing about trading and then I hurt my back and I got into trading. So me working physical jobs, y'all. My all my money came off of obviously working. Um, and then when I hurt my back, I couldn't make no money. And then that was very tough for me. Very, very tough for me because how am I gonna provide for my family? And I found trading and like trading as you see on this picture here, I started trading at work. So what I used to do is I used to bring my tablet, looked at the chart, traded on my phone, and I just got to it. And trading completely changed my life, yo. Like it really, really changed my life. I have no balls. I could move around the way I want to move around. It gives me complete freedom. Um, I want everyone to put freedom in the chat. Like I think this is what the biggest thing that trading has done for me, and I feel so blessed that it complete you we should this is my thing when it comes to trading. Like you should just want freedom. I don't care about the fancy things, the cars, all that stuff is cool, but the freedom to drop off my son to school every day with my wife and pick up my son every day with my wife. It means like the world to me. Us growing up, a lot of our parents probably wasn't around. They were working. We couldn't, people had to walk home, catch buses, do all that stuff. And trading allowed me to be a present father. And that's all that matters. The other stuff, it'll come. But man, I feel like really, really blessed over this time to not only do this for myself, but other people to, get people to believe and put in the hard work and change their lives and see the $100 in a day game, $200 in a game, $1,000 in a day game, and so much more. But I think this is something that I wish I knew earlier. He travels, man, awesome, 100%. And you change it. Trading has never been on the map for us, and I think it's getting bigger. And I'm so proud that it's giving regular people hope. But at the same time, we got to do our own work, and you have to put in the work. You have to take it serious. So this is why we brought this to the world. And me, I'm a very quiet dude. I'm an introvert. I don't like the rah rah. This right now is a lot for me, but I'm very passionate about it because I know what it did for me, and I know what it have done for so many other people that follow the course and do what's necessary. So we're gonna continue pushing that mission for whoever wants to join and listen. And so this is the most talking I'll probably do, but if we ever have the opportunity, we do trade live and stuff like that, where you could trade with us if the opportunity comes up. Where that's my little arena where I do most of my talking, y'all. So, but I just want everyone to take notes, take this serious. Don't waste the opportunity. As I said earlier, I wish I did this. I learned this earlier, but just take notes, take this serious. Don't let just please, please, please. All I beg is my people is to stop like letting opportunities pass you over and over and say, play this, it's me game, it's me game. When the opportunities are right in front of you, you don't take the opportunity. But that's the I don't know. I'm just glad y'all here, and I'm sure we have serious people on here, and you really want to learn. So take notes, man, and hopefully we see y'all later. All right?
Mhm. All righty. Told y'all he's not gonna talk a lot, but the words when he does, they're lovely, lovely words. Thank you so much. So y'all, listen, he is very modest. This man is able to do some crazy things on live, and I am so grateful. Y'all, these are just some snapshots from some of his P&Ls. And it's what we want y'all to see is that it's possible for you to do the same thing because of the fact that individuals that get the same tutelage that we are going to give you on a daily basis are making life-changing money. So he's so modest. We love it. Now listen, this is what we do. We're a different type of coaches. I don't know if y'all get the vibe already. We different. We not these I'm not gonna put nobody else out, but we're different. Just say that. And one of the things that we're very, very proud of and passionate about is our community that we can't even say community, we say family. We recently went on a cruise to the Bahamas with some of our family members, and we had an all-white dinner, and then we had our breakfast matching cruise shirts. Duh, we have to do that for breakfast. Just because of the fact that when you're leveling up, it's not easy to level up by yourself. So we are very big on the individuals that we're with and how we cultivate that community. So we call each other family because it's so much bigger than that. And I want y'all to understand one thing about myself and Mike is that this was built out of our own struggles and what we had to go through as beginner traders and learning, right? Because we understand that the stock market can be something that is very intimidating. But this is the thing. We've made sure that the stock market is going to be accessible and teachable and transformational for every family. No trust fund story necessary, no Wall Street background, just two people who wanted a better way and found it, and now we teach it. Simple as that. So we didn't build this for no highlight reels. We've built this for families that are just like ours. So don't take our word for it. We have real individuals that actually make money on a daily basis with us. And these are just some of snapshots of individuals that literally um, trade with us and have learned the same thing that we're going to teach you this evening. So Di is here. Di let us know on this day that with QQQ she made $500 and her daughter made 250. So what I want y'all to take away from this is that Di was her household was able to bring in $750. How cool is that if you have kids that are of age, instead of them being like, "Mom, I need money," or "Dad, I need money," you're like, "Okay, how did your trading go today?" Right? You have a skill to now go and mine money from the market because of the fact that you learned this thing. Now that is your skill set, right? So I want y'all to also give a shout out to Miss Linda. Say congrats, Miss Linda, in the chat. Miss Linda she made $426 in a day, okay? $426. And Linda also on Monday just killed Q's and made another $800 on QQQ. Anytime Q's be popping, Miss Linda don't play no games, okay? So this is the thing I want y'all to understand that everyday families are using this. So would $200 a day change anything for you? Yes or no? Because I want to know. I don't know if I'm talking to $200. Would that do anything for you? Would that move the needle? Could that help in any way? Right? So y'all, with the skill set, there are individuals, there's individuals like this. young lady here, 239. This is Dante. He was able to make $200 here. We have a Nikki was able to make $114 in a day. And this is what we are able to do on a daily basis. Like I was saying earlier, every day that you wait for the market, you think that the market is going to wait for you. People are continually making money in the market. Now, I want y'all to say congrats to Brandon. Brandon is, this is not the typical case, yes, but I want you to understand he's a real student of ours. And I remember this vividly. We were actually headed to that cruise, and he sent this message to Mike. He was able to make $9,500 off of one trade in minutes. That one trade literally paid for his whole mentorship and then some. The knowledge he's been given inside the inner circle is different for real. Y'all are not just calling out trades, y'all are actually teaching us how to understand what we're looking at. I'm grateful because it's the type of stuff people are charging crazy money for, and y'all really make it simple enough to follow. Don't tell anybody I said this, but y'all definitely need to be charging more. Appreciate you, Coach Mike, for real. This community is a blessing. So yeah, $9,500, yeah, I'll take that all day, right? I will take that all day. So I want y'all to know one thing. You've seen trading content before, but this is not like that. We actively trade in real time. So I want to ask one question. If you were a beginner trader or a new trader, someone starting out and wanted to actually understand what you were looking at, do you think it would be beneficial to you to be able to see and hear your coach's voice? Put a yes in the chat or no if you don't agree. If you are looking at and you're trying to figure out what's going on and you are looking at spot, you're looking at QQQ, you're looking at Nvidia, and you're like, okay, does this look good? Would I take this trade? I don't know. Well, that is what sets us apart, y'all. It's baffling to me that individuals are out here training and not being able to hear their coaches' voices and wanting to actually learn, but they're unable to do it because they just don't offer that. We actively trade with our students. Secondly, we are education focused. That is why we are called an academy. Lifestyle never. We understand that education can and will change your situation. So the only way for you to get to where you want to go is the proper information. And that is what we focus on here. Third, we built this from our struggle. Like we're real people. Like we understand that your deposit is money you worked hard for, right? And you want that money to grow. So we built our system around that mindset that we understand that we went through that same struggle and we want to help you avoid those same struggles that we went through. Four, we have one simple system, right? We have the wealth ladder. We're not teaching you a bunch of strategies that's going to be confusing for you to remember. Is this a flying cup or hanging ladder? We don't do all that stuff. We have a system that makes you understand your entries, understand your risk management, understand what a stop loss is, and also focusing on your psychology as a trader. And finally, we're rooted in faith and family. You can clearly see my husband and I are a two-man team, and we are the brains and heart behind the Trade to Wealth family. So we want y'all to be a part of that family. Let y'all know that we don't play no games about our people. So let's get into it. Let's get into what we are going to walk away with today. Okay. So first things first, the mindset that separates winners from everyone else. You have to have the proper mindset as a trader, and we're going to go through that. How the market actually moves here in 2026 in a plain, simple way that you can take away a clear, repeatable path to your first and next confident trade. So this is something that is going to be a game changer for you if you actually want to do this thing called trading. And then finally, a proprietary wealth building ladder that is going to help you not only see that trading or day trading is one way to build wealth, but there's three other prongs to this wealth building ladder that all of us need to deploy. Okay. I have a quick disclaimer before we continue. We can only cover so much in this 90 minutes, y'all. But our goal is to give you as much value as possible in this time. If you see there's a potential in what we shared here tonight, we'll have a special opportunity to continue your learning with us beyond this session. Okay? Now, I want you to type for me real quick. Can you put in the chat one trade away? One trade away. One trade away. I want you to put one trade away. Thank you, Nikki. Thanks, Raven. I want y'all, listen, hey, I want y'all to understand one thing. that the person you see here in front of you right now that has taught thousands of people, that have had, I don't even know how, over 2 million views on YouTube, that has seen individuals make thousands of dollars just because of the words that have come out of my husband and my mouth. And the simple fact that, like I said, I'm celebrating two no first day of school years, y'all. And my husband has been retired himself. Listen, the only reason I am here today is that one trade. The only reason I'm here is that one trade. So I want to pass that same beacon on to you. I want to pass that torch on to you and let you know that you're only one trade away. One trade away. And how amazing it is. How wonderful. How privileged are we to be able to sit in this room right now and fellowship and dive into this information. I know you had a desire for more for yourself. We talked about that earlier. I know you have financial goals. We talked about that earlier. But then now, what's the vehicle? What's the process? What is the tool that's going to give you that income stream? What is the thing that I can use from anywhere in the world just by having Wi-Fi and the information in my head? This is what trading is. So let's get into it. Pillar one trade away. Let's go. Hold on to that one trade away. So the mindset that separates every winner from everyone else. Okay. Now, this is the funny thing, and I believe this too. I truly believe this. Most people think that you fail from trading, you fail in trading from lack of intelligence. Like you got to be super smart with math. You got to do math real quick in your head. You got to know numbers. You got to. I thought that. I thought you had to have a finance degree. I thought you had to be the top of the class to be a trader, really and truly. But can I tell you that's not it? Most traders or any trader, they fail because of fear. And most specifically, the fear of loss. Okay. I personally was very scared of losing that money. Remember, I told you I was just a lowly teacher, and I was not interested in losing until I learned that there's a part of trading that's called risk management that helped me conquer that fear. Okay. Now, there are two different traders, same market, completely different results. The first trader has the loser's mindset, right? I need this trade to work. Are you hearing that? I need, like, oh, I have to work, right? Or you trade based on emotion. You're chasing losses and you need to be right. Okay. The winning mindset, it says, I need this trade to follow my rules. Okay. Trade based on a system. You accept losses as a part of the game and you need to be consistent. Okay. You need to be consistent. Case in point, the difference, right? I need to be right. I need to be consistent. Okay. So if you were taking notes, I would say the winning mindset need to be consistent. Okay. And when it comes to being a millionaire trader, the mindset is not about confidence. You don't have to be cocky walking up in here like, yeah, I got this. No, you need to have clarity about your entry, about your profit target, about your stop loss. This is the difference between a novice and a person that actually understands what they're doing when it comes to trading. Okay? Now, when it comes to the actual rules that you're going to need to have as a trader. You're going to need to understand these three rules, okay? First and foremost, never risk more than you're prepared to lose, okay? Now, the thing that we do to remedy that or help you with that rules is called risk management. Understanding what you're risking to the potential reward, okay? So this is a thing called risk management, and that is a part of the system, okay? Rule number two, let your winners run and cut your losses fast. There's times where the trade is going in your favor, but because of the fact that you are green, you might go ahead and collect your profit early and the trade continues. Now, the TCT system, which is our proprietary system, teaches you how to maximize those potential wins and how to also cut those losses quickly. Okay. Number three, knowing when to trade and when not to trade. Oh my gosh, that is a big one because having the control and the discipline to understand when there is not a favorable setup and to sit down, oh my goodness. But as a beginner trader, I'm guilty. A lot of y'all probably in here might be guilty too. Just because the market is open, you're like, yeah, it's time to trade. Yeah, there's money out here. But More times than not, there are times where you should be sitting down or sitting on your hands. Our system gives you a clear visual guide to know when to trade and when not to trade. Okay. Now let me ask you something real quick. Have you heard this before? Trading is gambling. Yes or no in the chat? Have you heard this before? Trading is gambling. Okay. Well, I want to show you the difference, okay? Trading is not gambling. There's a clear difference. Now, when it comes to gambling, that's random. But when it comes to trading, it's probabilities, okay? When it comes to having an edge or understanding the difference between trading and gambling, this is the clear difference. When you trade with a system, that defines your entry, that defines your exit, and that defines your risk. Now you are able to control what we call your edge. Okay? Now I want you to say congratulations, Gina. I want to say congratulations to Gina. And the reason is because Gina made Gina was able to make this $7,100 in an hour, okay? And I want y'all to know really quickly. This is her message. She wrote this. That's as you can see the timestamp. We trade the New York session, which is at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And as you can clearly see when she wrote the message, it was 10:41 a.m. I don't know about y'all, but if we can make $7,100 in an hour, sign me up. Sign me up on the dotted line. Let's go. Where is it? Because I don't know about you all. When I see that someone else is doing this, right? And they are under the same hearing of the same voice that I'm gonna be listening to. Oh, I'm a tap in because I understand one thing very clear is that I have the same blood, right? The same type of, not the same actual blood, but you know what I mean? A brain, everything that this person has. I just need the proper information, right? Now, pillar two, how the market really moves, how the market actually moves. Now, the stock market is simply the world's largest ownership marketplace, right? If you want to own shares of a particular company, if you want to take ownership, that is where you're going to be able to purchase stocks. So you're going to be owning a company, and the only way you make money if the price goes up. If it goes down, you're sad, right? Now, when it comes to options, you are buying the rights to buy or sell a specific contract by a certain time. You never own the actual company or the stock, okay? What we're going to be specifically talking about, or the vehicle that we're going to be using, is going to be options, okay? Now, here's why families are using options, not just stocks, to actually generate wealth. The beauty of options is that you can make money when price goes up and not or when price goes down. Okay. You make money eating either a green market or a red market. My mother-in-law, she was so cute. She knows we trade, right? She knows that. And it was one day that the stock market was going crazy and it just dipped out of nowhere. And she was all worried. She came to Mike and myself. She's like, "Hey, are y'all okay? Is it you're trading okay?" We're like, "Yeah, we made money." So this is the thing when we understand we actually have the knowledge that we can use options in either a green market and a red market, y'all, not or. Now, options give us everyday people access to the same market movement as those big players, but we do not have to have that large capital to actually purchase into these particular stocks, right? So for example, if you wanted to buy a SPY share right now, you would have to have at least $700 to purchase one share. And let me tell you, one share, if it move, it ain't doing nothing for you, right? But if we were to purchase SPY options contract, you can get a SPY option contract for $50, $75 sometimes, $100. So then we're able to now have access to multiple contracts that give us now control of what it would be to hold 100 shares. One option contracts give us the leverage of the movement of 100 shares of that stock. So this is how we're able to leverage a smaller amount of money, right? Purchase option contracts and use the moves that these big companies make as a way to generate wealth. That's simply how it works when it comes to options. Okay? Now, when it comes to paper trading, okay, and this is an important feature when it comes to beginning to trade or starting out. On every brokerage, you should have the ability to paper trade. Okay, let me explain real quickly what paper trading is. Paper trading is a simulated market environment where you can practice buying and selling assets using fake money. So, when you get your brokerage, be it Webull, Robinhood, Thinkorswim by Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Moomoo, there's so many of them, right? You get your brokerage. You're going to put your money that you plan to trade with in there. But before you do that, you should paper trade. Get comfortable with the platform, right? Zero financial risk. You're not using your real money. You get to test out the strategy. You get comfortable with the platform, buying, selling. And then you build confidence so that when you are putting your real money in there, you already are comfortable with the functionality of that brokerage. All right. But I want y'all to understand one thing. Yes, we saw Gina. Yes, we saw Brandon. Yes, we saw Miss Linda. But I want to know if y'all are committed to this working for you. Because I want to make sure as we're going on here, I want to make sure that y'all understand that yes, that happened for them. But when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be my opportunity to look at these charts and know that I can generate wealth? Listen, I want y'all to say one thing to yourself. It has to work or it has to work. I want y'all to take that term and type that in the chat. It has to work or it has to work. If you go ahead and you give yourself that no non-negotiable mode, right? There's no if, ands, or buts. It's gonna work. This is what we have to do when we are about to change our lives. We're about to step into another phase of who we are supposed to be. Because a lot of us know we're supposed to be doing more than this. We're supposed to be able to access more than this. We're supposed to be able to do more for our families, our friends. We're supposed to actually be able to help our community. There are things that we want to do, but finances, time always get in the way. But this is the thing. If you give yourself an out, you will always take the way out. You know that when there's something that's difficult or hard or new, if you give yourself out, you're always going to take the out. So tell yourself it has to work, right? Let's go, let's go. So the second thing I want y'all to know about, there's is the traditional brokerage, and then there are prop firms, okay? I have partnered with the very first options prop firm, and I'm super excited because traditionally you only hear about futures prop firms, but I have partnered with the first options prop firm, and I have that special gift for you at the end for staying all the way to the end, okay? Now, what a prop firm is, if you've never heard about it, quickly about it, a prop firm gives you trading capital to trade with, okay? So the trader is able to use that firm's money, not your own money. And once you have made profit or you've made money on this trade, you then split that money between you and the firm, be it a 80-20 split or a 90-10 split. And I want to make it clear, the bigger portion comes to you. So this is why prop firms are a really cool way for beginner traders to start, or if you're starting out, you want to make sure you build up some rules, some confidence, whatever the case is. What it is, you don't have to risk your own capital, right? You're not risking if you were going to put that 200, that 500, that $1,000 in your trading account, you're not risking that, okay? When you're using the prop firm's money and when y'all make money, you split it that agreed upon split. Okay? Now, this is the thing. I'm excited. We'll get into the learning part. Well, we have been learning stuff, but this is the nitty-gritty here. You don't need to know everything about options. You just need to know these three things, okay? First things first, you need to understand what a bullish market is, okay? Now, you believe that price is going up, okay? So I always tell this story, right? Has been news broken about the Apple car, okay? The Apple car is coming out and is going to hover, okay? This is completely made up. Do not snip this and post this anywhere. Okay, there's the Apple car, and the Apple stock shot up. It just shot to the moon, and we are about to trade it. And we're like, okay, I want to take advantage of this. I saw this news. The stock is moving. I want an entry. So I see prices going up. I want to get into this. I purchased call contracts because I believe it's going to continue to go up. When the option with excuse me, when Apple continues to go up, my call option contracts now gain value, and then I sell in profit. So think of this when you're thinking about a bullish market, green. Think of bull striking up, Olay. Okay, price is rising, it's continuing to make a new high, and then you're going to be able to purchase call contracts. How I remember, if you're about to tell your friend, oh my gosh, I heard Apple was moving up, you pick up the phone to make a call. So up, call, okay? Now, contrary to that, the next day, oh my gosh, news broke that that was false news. Elon tweeted and said, nah, they not coming out with no car. We the top dog, forget about Apple, okay? Then what do Apple stocks do? Plummet. Once again, this is not true, okay? Their stocks plummet. Now you see, because we're options traders, right? We made money yesterday when it was going up. We can make money today when it's going down. We see prices going lower, making lower lows, right? We now are interested in buying put contracts because we say, hey, if it's dropping, I can take advantage of this too. You purchase put contracts, and that stock continues to drop, your contracts gain value, then you sell those in profit. That is called a bearish market, okay? Now, when you're finished talking to your friend, you're like, can you believe we just made money on the upside and the downside? You're like, all right, girl, later. You put down the phone, okay? So when you're interested in a down down market or a bullish market or a red market or a bearish trend, you'd be interested to purchase a put contract. Okay, cool, we got it. Now, pop quiz. Ready? Be quick on it. Be quick on it. C or P. You should be figuring this out. Okay. Wait, let's pause on the pop quiz. This is my next one. The two markets that we trade in are going to be a bullish and a bearish. Those are the favorable setups for that's what we want. We want to trade with the trend. The final market that you should be interested in is going to be the choppy market. This is sideways. This is when price is not able to make a new high nor a new low. This is where we call it choppy sideways consolidation. Okay. This is where price is just staying inside of a range. Okay. This is where we stay away. This is where you would get chopped up. Cool. Now, here's your pop quiz, okay? Where's my socks? Oh, okay. Alrighty. Now, this is the thing here. The market, okay. So this is the thing. When the market changes, most people have been using the same playbook all of from 2025. But this is the thing, when it comes to 2026 and the market being with President Trump in it, the biggest edge in 2026 is not information, it's actually execution, right? Who is going to actually be able to execute and implement the trade or the strategy that they've been looking for or they've been actually learning? So the Trade to Wealth community teaches one system, okay? And in this system, we teach the fundamentals first. You actually have to understand what you're doing. If you don't know how to read a chart or understand how the market moves or understand and have a risk management system, then you're going to be put out of this market as quick as you got in. So our system teaches you your fundamentals. We also teach you a proprietary system of entering and exiting the trade, understanding what a favorable entry looks like and why you're getting out of a trade. You get out of a trade for two reasons. It hits your stop loss or it hits your profit target, okay? So understanding what those are before you actually enter into the trade. And then finally, your mindset. So the trading psychology is what separates consistent traders from emotional ones, okay? So you got to have your mindset together, and don't worry about it. You'll learn that also in our system here, okay? Now, I want to say congratulations to Noble. He was able to make his first $1,000 in a day, and also Braun was able to make 7K. And I want to say congratulations to these two gentlemen because it's always a blessing to see when individuals are actually implementing what they have learned and are showing the results of that. So, pillar three. You ready for pillar three? All right, pillar three is a clear, repeatable path to your first and next confident trade. I want you to own that, your first and next confident trade. All right. So, this is it, y'all. Every day, my husband and I, we trade, and we go through these checklists with, and I want y'all to understand one thing. It's very, very, near and dear to my heart because it took us all of our 5 years to come up and compile this important checklist. So I want y'all to do me one thing. Type apply in there, okay? Apply. Because I want Mike to see that once I give this to you, you're actually going to do this. You're actually going to apply this information and use it, okay? And please pay attention because I'm going to go through it, all right? Mm-mm. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, great, great, great. Good job, good job. All right. So, so every trade we take was the first thing that we look at. Step one, we are looking to see the overall market trend. What direction is the market trending in? What direction? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Or are we choppy? What is the overall market trend that we're looking at, y'all? What direction is the market moving in? And then identify what type of contract we're interested in purchasing, okay? Now, when it comes to this, what type of trend is this? What type of trend do you see here? Downtrend. Downtrend. Very good. Very good. Very good. Clear. Clearly visual, you can see. So with a downtrend, then you'd be interested in purchasing what type of contract? Very good. A put contract. Very good. Yeah, 100%. So when it comes to this case, we would be looking to purchase a put contract. We would find our entry and take a put contract. Once the contract goes into profit, that is when our we can then sell those contracts and make money. Okay. Now look at this. What type of trend are you looking at here? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. An uptrend, right? So with an uptrend, we would be looking to purchase what type of contract? Yes, beautiful. Yes, a call contract. So, identifying what type of market we're in, be it a bearish or a bullish market, then we can identify, okay, we'll be interested in purchasing a call versus a put, and then identify our entries. Okay. Two, now we are going to identify if that stock is showing strength or weakness. Okay. Strength or weakness. Okay. So to identify a weak stock or a weak ticker, right? That the candle is closing below half of a red candle. That is showing weakness, okay? When we're talking about standard, a standard is closing above half of the red candle, okay? And then to show strength, showing strength, that candle, the green candle, is finally closing above the price of the red candle. Okay. That is how we're able to show strength versus weakness. Okay. Okay. Number three, identify if there is a support or resistance level. This is my favorite, favorite thing when it comes to trading is identifying support or resistance. Really and truly, I love identifying levels because I wanted to see why stocks move the way that they do. What are they, why are they bouncing out of nowhere? And it wasn't out of nowhere, it's because support and resistance levels are there. Now, when it comes to support and resistance, where you currently are, there's a floor. If you would jump on it, you would be supported, okay? And what that is in the market or on these stock charts, you will find levels of support. What support levels tell us is that price is unable to continue to fall, right? What price was doing, it was falling, it kept dropping, and then it got to this support level and it did what? It bounced up, okay? That is what support levels do. They're where price has found support. Who creates levels of support are going to be buyers. Buyers want to push price up. So they stand and create those levels of support. Contrary to that, if price is rising, it's continuing to move higher, like that Apple stock did when it had the car, price kept moving higher. If there's a ceiling, there is a resistance level, right? There's an area where sellers are hanging out. Price is unable to continue to rise and creates a level of resistance. Price then bounces down. That is where we identify resistance. So if you threw a ball up where you were right now, it would bounce down because it has resistance, it has a ceiling. That is exactly what we're talking about when it comes to stock charts. So look here. As you can see, a level of support is clearly defined on this chart. Price is unable to fall through. Every time it comes to this level, it bounces up. Every time it comes to the level, it bounces up. Okay? So that is what support level is. And you can see there are different levels of support as you go through the stock chart. Now, when it comes to the resistance level, same thing as I talked about in my example, price was rising, and when it got to this resistance level, it was unable to continue to rise, found that level and bounced down, okay? Now, as you can see, we have another resistance level here and another point here. So once we're able to break resistance and then create a new level of support, that is when that level that used to be resistance becomes support, okay? All right, if I haven't lost anybody, put go in the chat for me. Put go in the chat for me. Go. We haven't lost anybody? Yes, yes, yes. So we can go to the next for 4, 5, and 6. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Very, very good. Good, good, good. I want to make sure I didn't lose anyone. And I want you to understand when you what you just type when it means go. Go stands for GO means get opportunities. So I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all, but I want to collect as many opportunities in this life. The thing that people think, right? They think that there's some magic that happens. They think that somebody's gonna come save you or there's gonna be some aha moment that you're just going to bump your head one day. You're like, yes, that's the miracle, or that's the key. I want you to know you are the miracle. You are the key. You have all the things inside of you. And the fact that you are here, you have the desire, you want to learn this thing, it's a great indication that you're in the right lane. Okay? I just want y'all to know that. This is one thing that I listen, ain't nobody got to tell me nothing except I had a desire for myself that I wanted more. And I wasn't going to stop till I figured it out. I promise you. So when I say get opportunities, hello. All right. The person that needed to receive that, you're welcome. I'm glad you received it. That's what I wanted to know. I want you to know that because opportunities are here. I hope y'all are really receiving this. So let's go number 4. The fourth thing we look for, the fourth thing we look for is the OR. Has price broken out of the ORB? Has price broken out the ORB? ORB simply stands for opening range breakout. I use the 15-minute ORB. That's what I use. And what the ORB, it signifies the first 15 minutes of price action, we're going to be getting a high and a low. Price is going to be moving up and down, right? It's going to be creating wicks, it's going to be creating bodies, it's going to be creating a wonderful range, right? That's perfectly fine. Now, what we want to see is a break of that ORB, right? Either to the upside or the downside. Now, with the up bullish opening range breakout, what that signifies is that there's possibly a what type of contract would you think we would be interested in a bullish opening range breakout? Let me see if y'all are processing what we talked about earlier and bringing that into here. All right. Okay. Okay, don't show out too tough. Excuse me. Yes, friends. All right, yes. We would be interested, we see an uptrend. We might be interested in a call setup if our entry produces itself. Now, if we see the bearish break after the 15 minutes has created the range, the high and the low, and I want to say this point, I know you're going to ask, the opening range, that level is a range for the entire day. So the ORB will be a level for the entire trading day, 9:30 to 4. Okay. If we get a break of the ORB low, we would be looking for an entry to the downside, and we'd be interested in a what type of contract? Yes, a puts. Yep, yep, yep. Good job, guys. All right, yes. I did. Yep. Very good, very good, very good. Interested in a put contract. Very cool. Now, this is number 5 here, and a lot of traders miss this, and I want to make sure that you get fully get all the parts that are necessary for you to be successful and understand what's going on. What is the maximum risk on this trade that you're going to be placing? Okay, that stands for your risk to reward ratio. Okay, now risk to reward ratio, the amount that you're risking in order to get said reward. Okay, now the desired outcome. Now, when we're talking about a one-to-one risk to reward ratio, this is think of this as 50-50. So you're risking a dollar to make a dollar. You're risking $100 to make $100, okay? 1,000 to make 1,000. Now, when it comes to a more favorable risk to reward ratio, we're looking at something like a 1 to 2. Okay. Now, when it comes to a 1 to 2, you're risking a dollar to make $2, $100 to make $200. Same thing when we're talking about a 1 to 3, risking $1 to make $3, 100 to make $300. But I want y'all to understand one thing when it comes to the risk to reward ratios and the when we have the more favorable ones. You do not have to win all of your trades to be a profitable trader when you have your risk to reward ratio dialed in. And our system, the TCT system, our proprietary system, teaches you that risk to reward ratio, and it's built in. Okay. And finally, 6, identifying your target, right? Your target or the level that you're using to take profit. Okay. Now, targets are created in a multitude of ways. You can create them on hourly chart, draw those levels on your hourly chart. You can use the previous day highs and lows, pre-market highs and lows, and levels where price has had a hard time. Remember, we are talking about support and resistance. This is where we use to create levels also. Okay. Now, when it comes to our target, right? This is where we're going to sell those contracts in order to make profit, okay? So we have an entry, we have a stop loss. So with our entry, right, we are now bought into this call position as price moves up, right? As price moves in our favor, those contracts gain value, and then we sell a portion of our contract to be 50% or whatever the case is. You sell in profit at that target. Okay. This is how the system works in regards to options. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So I though that is my checklist there in regards to what we look at on a daily basis. Now let's talk quickly about the wealth ladder system. Now we have 4 prongs to our wealth ladder system because we understand that day trading is the one of the main parts of it, but just making sure that you're a well-rounded individual that has access to multiple ways to generate wealth, multiple ways to actually access wealth, and have a system built out. Most of us are just like, yeah, I have a 401k here. I have my little savings account there. I have my susu over there, right? But just really have a dialed in system going forward is going to be that thing that you're asking for to generate wealth or create that legacy. So the first prong, which all of us should have, if you don't, I'm so grateful to talk to you about that. We all should have a high yield savings account. Okay. If we do not have a high yield savings account, let that be the gem you take away from today. Okay. Now, with the high yield savings account, think of this as a untouchable safety net, right? Where you put a certain amount of money in there and you leave it alone. It is generating money as time goes by. 3.8%, 4%, 5% interest while you are just living your life. If our money is not working for us, then we're doing ourselves a disservice. So if we do not have a high yield savings account, I want to make sure the team, can you drop the link in the chat for me that you go and tap into the link here, because each of us should have a high yield savings account um right from now on. Like it should be a non-negotiable. Okay, now when it comes to the high yield savings account, there's different options. We have SoFi, we have Barclay, we have Synchrony, we have Valley Direct, we have Chime. Now just let me know which one you are tapping into and applying for, and if you go ahead and apply tonight for it, go ahead and click done in the chat for me. Okay, or type done in the chat for me. I'm sorry. Type done in the chat for me. So what I want y'all to know, when I was when I found out that I was having a son, I said I wanted to do something different. So I opened a high yield savings account for him, uh, knowing that I was going to get some money, knowing that I was going to get some money, and I wanted to make sure that I did something different. So from his baby shower to his first birthday, second birthday, when I know he didn't need the money, I just put it into the high yield savings account so that I could say, hey, once you grow up, I'm going to be transferring this over to you, right? So not only does he have a high yield savings account, y'all, but he also has a brokerage account. So I have two ways for my son to be generating wealth now that doesn't cost me anything crazy. It was just me being responsible and actually setting him up for success. That's how we change. That's how we make changes, right? So I want to go ahead and bless two individuals tonight and, fund your savings account. So I want to, once you have actually applied for it, because please be honest, applied for it, go ahead and type done in the chat for me, and then we'll have a drawing for a new a winner of that. All right, all right. Great, great, great. So make sure you have clicked on here and applied for your high yield savings account, okay? The best one is SoFi because it's giving us 3.8%. Um, and also if you have direct deposit, you can get up to $400 also into that account. So that is a wonderful. Barclay is also a great one. We have 3.6% on that also. All right, 3.6%. You can get returned on that. So whichever one you pick there, just go ahead and click on it. Once you click on it, go ahead and click type done in the chat for me. All righty. All right, let's go to pillar 2 of the wealth ladder. Pillar 2 of the wealth ladder is going to be your income engine, okay? This is where we are day traders. We are generating wealth on a daily basis. Saw what Miss Linda was doing, Dante, Miss Nikki, Di, Gina, Brandon, on a daily basis, y'all. We are generating wealth. And this is the thing that I want y'all to understand is that we can use that cash not to buy purses, not to buy cars. It's to understand that we have wealth pools that we need to deposit this in, okay? Now, the next area of our wealth pool is going to be our swing trading area. Now we take some of our funds from our day trading and then we place them into our swing trading area, which is short momentum rise that lasts days to week. And we fund this from our profits. So if we're looking at Apple and we believe that Apple is going to get to a certain price within a couple of weeks, like 4 weeks or whatever the case is, we would place a swing option trade, right? So you'd place a certain amount of money into that swing option trade. And then if it produces itself, then we are able to gain profit off of that. The fourth and final prong of the wealth ladder is what we're going to call what are called leaps. LEAP stand for long-term equity anticipation securities, okay? These are a long play, okay? These are where you're able to actually see that the money that you put made in your day trading, you let it go and work for you. You put it aside, okay? And that is where you're able to generate a large amount of return because you put that money down and you're like, all right, I'm gonna let that money sit there and work. So if you say Tesla's gonna get to a certain number by a certain amount of time, you would buy leaps, okay? You put that money in there and you let it work for you, okay? You're definitely able to collect your profits whenever it hits your number. But this is one of the things that I want y'all to see, that trading is not one facet, right? There's multiple facets to trading. And if you're just oblivious or you continue to believe that woe is me, it's not for me, I want you to pick up your bag, right? And say, yeah, I'm done living on Basic Boulevard. Because there's a lot of people that moved already, right? If you want to live on Basic Boulevard, then I get it. It's cool. That's for you. I ain't what I don't join them lines. I see that this is happening for others, and I want that for myself too. So understanding that wealth is not created in one way. There's multiple ways to do this, and that is why we focus on this wealth ladder. Now, understanding what the power of leaps and swings can do is returns like this. So 364%, 900%, 258%, 500%. So what I want y'all to see when it comes to these numbers is that when an individual, and these are all swings, by the way, these are all swings, meaning that this person that was able to, her name was Charlie, was able to do was put her money away in these trades. She's a nurse, a mom, and able to go ahead and collect this kind of return. So any kind of money that you put, multiply it by 300, multiply it by 250, multiply it by 900, multiply it by 500. That's the kind of returns you get when it comes to swings. But once again, it is a ladder. So we need to have all the prongs. All right. Thank you for those. I see you, Brittany. I see y'all that are still putting your done in there. Way to go. Okay. So listen, when it comes to being a options trader, you don't need to know everything. You don't need to be a technical expert to make $200 a day, which we've seen. You need to see these three things, okay? You need to see these three things. One, you need to be able to see the trend, right? Understanding if this is a bullish trend versus a bearish trend. Is price going up? Is price going down? Are we sideways? Okay? Identify that clearly with your eyes and then be able to have the patience to wait for your setup. But if you can clearly see the difference between a bearish and bullish trend, oh my goodness. And choppy? Wow. Okay? Number two, identifying support and resistance. Where is the stock bouncing from, right? Or where might stock have a hard time? If I'm in a put play, where is the support level that I'm interested in? If I'm in a call play, oh my gosh, the resistance level is at 275. Let me look out for that. But if you do not understand or know where those are, my friends, you're going to be like, dang, the stock just bounced out of nowhere, but it did not. You need to be able to identify support and resistance. Finally, you need to be able to understand volume. Who is in control? Is it buyers? Is it sellers? Are they truly here? Are they stepping up and are they confirming said trend? Right? Understanding that volume is going to help you with your conviction. Okay? Now let me walk you through a true trade that we've taken, okay? A trade that we've taken and just walk you through the thought process. So first things first, we're looking at I see you. Okay, great guys. I see this is SPY, by the way. So we see a setup for an uptrend. Price is moving higher, it's making higher highs, higher lows. It's moving higher as price has gotten to a critical level here. This dotted line is my pre-market levels, which, like I said, is a level of support or resistance. In this case, it is a resistance level. When price reached the resistance level, it created what we call a pullback. This is fine. Pullbacks are accepted and we understand what it's doing. Think of it as a rubber band. Price is pulling back to continue in the previous direction. This is what we like to see in the system that we teach. Now, the key to this and what made it even sweeter is this support level on the 200 simple moving average. Once price pulled back to the 200 simple moving average and found support here, and that helped for price to continue up. We found our entry and we were able to take a beautiful play to the upside, okay? Our stop loss was on the opposite side of the entry, and our profit target was an hourly level, okay? So this was a beautiful play. Remember, this is the thing. When it comes to trading, you do not need to win everything. If no one has told you this, you do not need to win everything. And if anyone tells you anything, and I will go on record that they are 90 anything percent trading, please run. Because the best trader is at best 50 something percent, y'all. So this is the thing. Do not feel like you have to win everything. This is it. Don't beat yourself up. Give yourself grace. But understanding that you make your losses smaller and your wins bigger, this will give you the confidence. Okay? All right. You're so welcome. This is the thing. We're going to have the drawing soon. We're going to have the drawing. Thank y'all so much for taking that nugget away, bro. I'm so excited for y'all. Make sure y'all take that nugget away as far as signing up for your high yield savings account. That's a win that is going to help you in the long run. Trust me, okay? So, this is what it is, y'all. Here's what the training has shown you and what it hasn't. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Um, Tonight we've learned a lot. Wait. I say we learned a lot, but let me know. Did y'all learn something? Did y'all learn anything? Did you enjoy the time here? I'm saying we learned a lot. No, you tell me. Tell me one thing, one takeaway you had from this evening. Because y'all over here saying yes, 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 yes. Tell me what you learned. One thing. Okay? One thing that you've learned so much. Yes? Okay, trend, looking for volume, bullish versus bearish. ORB, that you need a high yield savings account. Yes. Okay. Okay. And looking for entries. I see that. Prop firm. Okay. Good. Support and resistance. That's a good one. All right. Make your winners run longer. Pull back. Okay. Confidence ratio. Prop strength and weakness. Get opportunities. Let's go. Swing trading. Man, y'all learned a lot this evening. Okay. I like it. Yes. Yes, I love it. Hands on will make it easier. No, love it. Cut your losses. Y'all learned a lot though. I'm very happy that we were able to spend this time together. So listen, what we've gone over, y'all told me a recap. I'm like, wow, we did some good stuff here. Tonight we talked about the mindset. We've talked about how the market actually worked. We actually looked at a real trade. But this is the thing that a lot of traders run into, right? You can know the framework, but then actually executing it with confidence, those are two different things. Now, the gap between I understand this and I can do this is where most people get stuck. Now, this is the question you have to ask yourself, okay? Am I going to try to figure this out alone? Right? Eventually. That's the end word to that. Or am I going to go alongside coaches who have already tried this and have figured it out? Okay. Now, I want to know those folks who are ready to take their first and next confident trade. Like their first, like I want to, yep, I'm taking a call. I see the thing. I see the trend you're talking about, coach. I see the entry. I understand my profit target. I understand the whole stop loss thing. These candlesticks don't scare me no more. Boom. We executing trades. Yeah, I'm in there. I'm screenshotting profits. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna be one of the winning students too, right? Yes. Yeah, I love it. That's me. That's me. Those I like those you folks saying ready. That's me. I'm ready. You claiming it. I love it. I love it. I love it for you. So I'm excited to invite y'all. I don't know if y'all are excited, but I'm excited. If y'all enjoyed this time with us, I want to invite y'all to a challenge that I'm hosting. I'm gonna be hosting a 5-day trade to wealth challenge. Okay? I'm super excited because what this is going to do, y'all, is it's going to fast track you from I want to learn trading to placing my first real trade with confidence. I want y'all to understand that. This is the difference, okay? I want to know if y'all are excited to hang out with Coach Mike and myself for 5 whole days because I know y'all enjoyed yourself here. The energy was wonderful this evening, truly. We had really good folks in the chat. But 5 whole days. Now, I want y'all to know this. It's gonna be real people. We're talking like how we're talking like this, okay? It's gonna be live. It's gonna be interactive. It's gonna be a hand-on, hand-holding experience with myself and Mike. We're gonna walk you through this 5-day accelerator, okay? We'll be your accountability partner. This is not a course. Let me set that apart. Not a course. This is an in-person accelerator that is going to be community based, and you're going to be alongside your trading family. Our goal is for you to take your first and next trade with confidence. Okay? So, are y'all want to know? Let me break down the days, okay? Because I know y'all like, okay, 5 days, time, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna tell you right now. So day one of the challenge, right, is where we are going to be covering the mindset of a millionaire trader. I want y'all to understand that the mindset has gotten you here, and I want you to applaud that mindset, appreciate that mindset, and then leave it because we want to level up. We have to get to the next level. As a teacher, when I was in the process of understanding and shedding that skin of where I was, because I felt really accomplished at one point, right? I felt extremely accomplished. I felt very proud of being a teacher. And then I got to the top, like I had enough. You ever felt like just full? I had enough. And I knew I wanted more, but I just couldn't do that in that shell of myself. So I had to shed that skin of being a teacher to being who I am today. And I had to have the help to process the mindset, right? You have to have the mindset that's going to elevate you. And in order to be the first in your family, you need the proper tutelage in order to shift the mindset. So that's what we're going to cover in day one. And understand this very clearly. When you're leveling up, you need to be in a circle of individuals that have that same mentality. That is how you fortify the growth and not chip away on at it. So that's what we're going to be doing in day one. Day two, you're going to be understanding your trading checklist and understanding the accounts and the softwares necessary to be set up for trading. So we call those your tools, right? You're gonna need your charting software, you're gonna need your brokerage, but also just making sure you have all of those things dialed in. That's gonna be day two. And when it comes to foundation, if this is perfect for those people that like, hey, yeah, you lost me completely at those 1 through 6, but I'm here. I like what we were talking about. So yeah, day two, I'm gonna be dialed in. That's for you, right? Where we're going to go to the details of candlesticks, the formation of an actual chart, understanding the formation of what makes an uptrend from what makes a downtrend, and just breaking up the differences of it and just putting it back together. So you need the fundamentals of having the indicators, all the things to make up trading, we're going to go over in day two. And I want y'all to understand when it comes to building something new, you need a strong foundation. My older brother builds buildings, right? Skyscrapers. He's a construction manager. And it's a lot that goes into the foundation. I thought it was just you just go up. No, you have to dig down first in order to be able to build up. So in day two, we're digging down. Okay. Day three is understanding how the market really works. Now, in 2026, with our wonderful president in office, there are certain movements that make people a lot of money. And it's been happening since he has taken office. And I want you to understand one thing. The longer you wait and the longer you doubt yourself or your ability is that time you're wasting that you could be using to make this money in the market. We have individuals that are making life-changing dollars on a daily basis. And just simply understanding and being able to read the chart. If your family, and I want to make this is one of my statements that I will say on any platform, anywhere I am. If your family does not have one person that can confidently read the charts, you're doing your whole family a disservice. You have a 401k and you don't know how to read the charts? Mm-mm. You have an IRA and you don't know how to read the charts? Mm-mm. You're literally saying, here, take my future, and I hope it does well. I had a story. I spoke to somebody one time, and that hurt my heart. That they had some beautiful shares of Nvidia, and it was an AMD, and the stocks dropped, and fear set in, and they sold. And guess what the stocks did? Bounced right back up. Now, if she understood how to read the charts and understood how this works, then individuals would know that, hey, this is a part of it, right? There's ebbs and flows when it comes to the market, but nonetheless, understanding how to read the charts is a necessity, and it's such an asset to each family. We're going to talk about that in day four and in day three. In day four, this is where Coach Mike is going to be through all of these, okay? But we're going to go in detail now and spot trades. Okay, this is where we're looking to actually make the money. Looking at an entry, saying, oh, this is a favorable entry. This is where we're going to get in. This is where we're going to take profit. And this is how you would make money here on this particular trade in a call play, put play, and then seeing what a choppy situation would look like. Okay. And then finally, why you're all here. You said in the beginning, you're ready to trade your way to wealth, pulling your trigger on your first live trade. Alrighty, on day five. Now, in order to get the best experience for this, y'all, we need to be platinum. I don't know about you, but once I've experienced anything platinum, first class in the front, top tier, that's what I want. Platinum me all day because this is where once you just see yourself as platinum, you just attract it everywhere you go and you're going to get the best experience. So, when it comes to the platinum experience, to come to the challenge, you're going to need a ticket. And the best experience to get your ticket is going to be the platinum experience. With the platinum experience, you're going to get a plethora of things, all of the things to be 100% when it comes to being a platinum person. First and foremost, you're going to be able to access the 5 extra sessions. Now, I don't want to skimp on this because I have seen some real breakthroughs happen on these hour-long sessions, okay? So what it is, before the general admissions, which starts at 7, at 6 p.m., we're going to have an hour-long session with just the VIP individuals. Now, excuse me, the platinum individuals. When it comes to what we're going to be doing here is that the platinum members are going to be able to unmute and ask their questions to myself and Coach Mike. Now, what that does is right now you may have a question about a slide or something I said earlier. What you'd be able to do is ask us directly to get clarity on those things, okay? So those are some valuable time. Now, not only are you going to be with us for 5 days, but those 5 extra hours are an addition to the general session, okay? Now, the next thing, think of this. When you're about to grow and become a trader and you're like, I'm doing things different. I don't got time for the foolishness. Who are you going to talk to? Who is going to understand what you're going through, your desires, your wants, and the things that you're experiencing as a trader? No one really. But can I tell you, you might be finding your trading buddy or your accountability partner in the platinum networking night. So you get access to the Platinum Networking Night. Only Platinum members have access to this room where you're going to be able to network with other Platinum members. Okay? What that shows me is that everybody that's in here in this room with me, you are Platinum, you top tier. So this is how you're going to be able to find those individuals that have that same mindset. Okay? And now the next thing you're going to be able to, you're going to get access to that Telegram group, right? The Telegram chat where you're going to be able to, once again, see those platinum individuals, exchange, and also have customer service and myself and Coach Mike be able to help you inside of that Telegram group. Okay. The platinum workbook is going to be a tool that is going to help you not only during the challenge but after in your trading journey. As a teacher, I would say pull out your textbook and turn to page X, Y, and Z. How amazing will it be when you have taken these copious notes in that workbook? You're now going to be able to use it in your trading going forward. Okay. So as you start trading in live with your real money, you're like, oh, let me refresh myself on levels. Let me refresh myself on indicators. This is where you're going to be able to find that information and be able to access it continuously. Okay. Of course, you're going to get all the things that everyone else is going to get in regards to the VIP group and the kickoff call. We're going to have a kickoff call. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have a DJ. It's going to be an amazing time, but it's just going to get us all excited for the challenge and the life-changing experience that's going to happen in these 5 days. Okay. Now, y'all, if if I was able to price out everything that you're gonna get inside of the in the platinum package, it would easily be $2,500. Easily, right? If I was to break down each and everything, it could easily be $2,500. But this is the beauty of what Mike and I decided. We said, listen, we want to make sure we have as many folks in here because this is most likely the last, yes, this is the last time we're going to be doing this for this year. And we wanted to make sure that we got to help as many folks. So we're not even going to pay $2,500, not even half of that, y'all, for this 5 day challenge with Coach Mike and myself and those 5 additional hours. For tonight, to get to your platinum ticket, it's only $497. Okay? $497. Okay? So team, can you go ahead and drop the link for us in the chat for the Trade to Wealth Challenge? If you are ready to go, make sure you go to tradetowealthchallenge.com to secure your ticket. Like I said, it's only $497 to get your platinum ticket for that event. Okay? Now, I want y'all to know when it comes to getting your ticket, that's on less than one good trade to pay for the entire challenge. All right. Now, know this thing that we do have buy now, pay later. We have Sizzle that you can use at your disposal when it comes to the Trade to Wealth Challenge. And I want y'all to know one thing. I want to congratulate the first person that joined. So go ahead and type done in the chat, or if you're working on it, if you're deciding what ticket you want to purchase, go ahead and let me know working on it in the chat. Okay. Now, once you go to the trade to wealthchallenge.com, you have the platinum ticket option, but you also have VIP. Okay. VIP is for $297, and you do get a VIP experience where you're able to get the workbook, yes, and you get to come to that kickoff call. You obviously get the 5 day challenge, and this is the cool part too. You get the ability to listen in on the Q&A session. Okay, you're going to be able to hear those questions, and the replays are going to be available for those sessions too. We have a portal for the Trade to Wealth Challenge. Alrighty. Also, we do have the general admissions, which is someone, if you want to just get in the room, right? You've learned something here tonight. You want to learn a little bit more. I want y'all to know you can get in the room for only $97. Alrighty. So all you do is go ahead and click on your ticket here. Okay. You click on your ticket and you go ahead and you select your payment option. Alrighty. So we have different options that you can use. but you put in your information, you go ahead and select your payment option there. Alrighty? So let me go ahead and congratulate our first person that has signed up for their tickets. And then we're going to continue on as you're okay. I see you working on it, Sonia. Okay. Remember the challenge is starting September 7th through the 11th. And we are going to be excited to get going. Okay, Robert. All right, Robert, congratulations. Congratulations, Robert. Okay. Now, I want to give a special fast action bonus to those first five platinum members that join. The first five platinum members that join and you secure your platinum ticket. I'm going to be gifting you a free $50,000 funded account through my partnership with Vanquish Trades, okay? With Vanquish Options. And what that is you remember I was telling you about earlier when it comes to a prop firm account the ability to trade with capital from the brokerage, excuse me, from the prop firm. You're able to access $50,000 in capital. What that means is instead of you using your 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you're going to be starting your account with, 200, 500, you then use this $50,000 capital. And as you win your trades, you then split the profits 80, 20 or 90, 10 with the firm. So let me go ahead and congratulate the first five individuals that sign up for their platinum ticket so we can go ahead and get you your account, okay? All right, Clarissa, I see you working on it. No worries, no worries, no worries. All right, all right. Okay. Yep. Yes, Robert. Congratulations. Okay, Robert, congratulations on securing your platinum ticket. Robert J. All right, congratulations. All right, Robert. Can't wait to see you at the challenge starting this September 7th. I see you at 6 because you platinum. So we'll have our session in front, our first hour. Now, when it comes to the prop firm, remember, you're going to be accessing a more buying power than you would traditionally have coming in, $50,000 to be exact. You have lower personal upfront risk, and it's a great way to practice your discipline and the potential earnings and payouts you can get. This is the one thing I love about this firm. You can get a same day payout. Okay. So it's beautiful for beginners and a great way to develop discipline and also some capital starting off. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. I see some folks are working on it. All right, Britt, I see you working on it. Thanks for letting me know. Taneisha, you spell your name like me. Cool. You're working on it. All right, Harry, I see you working on it. You're so welcome, Robert. All right, so the challenge is for you if you are a complete beginner and you don't know where to start. I want that to be very clear. I love working with beginners. You don't have any bad habits that you have to unlearn. You've tried trading before and you've never really had a system. You dibble, dabble, you've done this, you've done that, and you tried, and you're like, man, I want to actually dial in. I want to lock in. I want to start 20. How cool is this, y'all? We're rolling out to the end of 2026. Thank the Lord for that rolling into 2027, how amazing would it be to start off the new year with a skill? You're not going into 2027 hoping for something or writing down, yes, I'm gonna pay off my bills. Oh, I'm gonna be financially secure. No, you are preparing for what you're going to do in 2027 because you're acquiring the skill set right now. You're getting a head start on the new year while folks are just finishing up their eggnog and finishing off their rum cake and starting to go walking. You're already had the ball rolling on your financial goal. How amazing would that be to roll into a new year finally aware of what you can use to get you those closer to those financial goals that you have written down year after year after year. Okay? Now, I get questions all the time in regards, and I've gotten some while we were on here about this trading, and I want to cover some of those questions. What if I'm brand new and don't know anything about trading? We teach you the foundations. Remember, I was telling you we're going to teach you about the candlesticks, we're going to teach you about the movement of the charts, and actually understanding step by step of what trading looks like and how it can actually work for you. Okay, so this is how you build understanding. Now, another question what I got, it's just so true. I'm scared of losing money. What if I lose money? That fear is normal. To be 100% honest, it's a sign that you care. You had to work for those dollars, right? That is why I teach you risk management. I teach you how to paper trade, position size accordingly, and actually having patience. The goal is not gambling or getting rich overnight. The goal is to learn how to trade with a plan. So this is something that you can have for what? Forever. Okay? This is the one thing that I want y'all to know. Ain't nobody can take away trading from me. Okay? Congrats, Brittany. We're gonna see you in the challenge. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, Frank, congratulations for securing your platinum ticket. Congratulations, Frank. All right. Yes, you're locked in, Frank. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Let me know if you're still working on picking your ticket. Remember, there's three options. Go to tradetowealthchallenge.com, and we're going to be starting September 7th. Super excited. The VIP, the platinum session is going to be starting at 6 p.m. Okay. And we're super excited to have you. Okay. All right, Omar, congratulations. You just joined platinum. Okay, I see you. Congrats, congrats. Okay, Plam, you're working on yours. Okay, cool. Congratulations. All right, all right, all right. So this challenge is not for you if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme. I want to make that clear, okay? This is not for that. It's okay. It was fun having you here, but this is not for those, okay? This is for individuals that want to use this as a real business, as a way to generate wealth, something that they can take with them, something that they can pass down. Because I want one thing that really scared me once I had a child was like, oh snap, I can't pass down my degree, right? So I got to find a way to create a legacy, to create something for my son, right? Something that he can use to take care of himself. And I quickly realized, and my eye opened like this was like, oh no, yeah, they're not going to give him my position. They're not going to just say, oh yes, you can step right in and start no start teaching here as your mom did. That doesn't work. So understanding that I had to create another way to generate wealth that I knew was going to be a legacy creator was another thing that helped me fortify why trading is such a wonderful thing to start. Now, another question or thought that I've experienced in the chat here was what if I work a full-time job and don't have all day to trade? Perfect. I don't have all day to trade either. Okay. I don't have all day to trade either. I did not leave a 9 to 5 to be tied to another 9 to 5. So that's perfect. You would fit right into the way that we trade. We do not trade all day. We are this Monday, actually, we were able to be done to found our trade within the first 15 minutes of the market being open. So there are days when that setup is there. Now, ideally, we are on the markets at the most 11:30, and that is it. And that's if there's movement. If there's not movement, it's less time than that. And this is the other thing too. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all this. Did you know we have options? We have futures. We have the futures division also. You get access to that also by being a part of our system. So as an added bonus, oh, how cool is that? You're going to get a lesson or a session from Coach Jordan also, our futures coach. So how amazing is that? You're not only going to learn about options from Coach Mike and myself, but you're also going to be aware of and learn about futures with Coach Jordan. Okay. And you're going to be able to access that information. So if you're like, time is not my friend in the morning, you're able to learn how to trade futures in the evening from 7 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday. So there's really no reason in 2026 that we are not using the stock market to level up. There's no reason at all. Okay. So, I want to give that special gift to those individuals that stayed all the way to the end here, that we were talking about. I want to say thank you so much for staying all the way to the end. And that special gift is with that same that prop firm, which is called Vanquish Trader. And I want y'all to go ahead and access this code. Or team, can you drop the code for them here in the chat, to the Vanquish code. And with this code, you're able to access 20% off your first month's membership as a thank you and a way to go to get going on this year. Okay. So, yes, congratulations on getting access to this information and this code. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful jumpstart to your trading. Shawana, congratulations. Welcome to the challenge, my dear. Congrats on securing your ticket. All right. All right, Jennifer. I'm going to see you in a challenge. It's going to be amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Um, Yes. So this is a 5 day mentorship. This is a 5 day mentorship. It's a 5 day challenge where you're going to be able to tap in with Coach Mike and myself and learn from us, learn the details of our system, and also, like I said, get a special training with Coach Jordan and myself. Okay, Coach Jordan, Mike, and myself. Alrighty. All right. Thanks, team, for dropping that. All right. Congratulations, Chandler, for securing your spot. Congratulations. All right, all right, all right. Congrats, Chandler. All right, we're gonna see you in the challenge. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. So, listen, there are wins that I can keep speaking about, but some of them just like really stand out. I remember Nikki, I remember teaching her. She was, um, a mature woman that came in very scared or just very intimidated by the market, but super excited to just learn. How I was so proud to award her with her $1,000 in a day trophy. That means y'all know what that means. That means in one trading day, she was able to make $1,000. I could not make, I never worked a job in my entire life that I made $1,000 in a day. And we're being technically correct by saying a day because it was never an 8 hour trade. Okay? 30 minutes, if that, 5, 10, 30 minutes. Okay? We have never taken an 8 hour trade. And I want y'all to experience what that feels like when you acquire a skill, you now apply it, and you're able to do this over and over and over again. There is no manager, there's no boss, there's no principal, there's no supervisor that can touch the confidence and the joy that you have once you now take the control of how you make money in this world. I want y'all to know that. And I want y'all to experience that above anything. Once you have your own skill set and you now use this market to generate wealth, ain't nobody can tell you nothing. I remember making 150 one day in my classroom, right? Because I did do my job. Let me be very clear. I did do my job. I paid. I went and made sure my kids learned, but then I had to check the market, right? The market opens at 9:30. I start my lesson at 8:15, so I made sure that my kids were taught. Right. I made my trade 150. Never forget the day. Lined up my kids. We're walking down the hallway. to the cafeteria. And when I mean, I felt like I was floating on air. I felt literally like I was floating because what that meant to me, it wasn't just the dollar amount. It was the ability to do it and understand why I did it or how I did it. Because guess what, guys? I could do it again and again and again and again. And no one could do because at work, I'm capped. I can only make so much money. I could only work so many hours. I could only take up so many extra hours. But with this skill set, the earning potential is endless. And I didn't need to be with anyone. I didn't need to ask anyone's permission. All I had to do was apply what I knew and pull money out the market. That's what the joy I had. That's why no one could take it away from me. So Mo here was able to grow his account 300%. So that means, y'all, whatever money he put into his account, multiply it by 300%. Kiran, is that his name? Kiran, I hope I'm saying that right. Or you're gonna have to raise your hand and unmute. Congratulations for securing your ticket. I'm gonna see you in the challenge and you gotta tell me how, if I said it right. Did I say it right? All right, all right, all right. Now, this is the thing. If you've lost money before, if you tried to trade, I understand, or if you tried to, apply information that you've learned, that's perfectly fine because, you've tried something. But this is the one thing I want you to understand that we've had individuals that have tried it before with other folks and have said they finally came through and found a system that works for them, something that they can apply, something that they can use repeatedly. And I think that is something that with us as traders, the importance is not just that one ballpark, knock it out the park win. We want something that we can be consistent with, something that we can apply day in and day out. Okay. Now, I want to make something very clear. Go to the trade2wealthchallenge.com. Make sure you pick one of your tickets. You have the 497 to get the platinum experience, remember? And we also have that VIP experience for 297, and then general admissions is at $97. Congratulations, Cassandra Hercules, for securing your platinum ticket. All right. Congratulations, oh Lord. Ashan, for securing your platinum ticket. Congratulations. I see you locked in. I see you locked in. Let's go. Let's go. Um, and if you're still working on it, let me know. Let me know in the chat if you're still working on it. Yay, I said it right. Yes. I've been striking out, so I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. All right, iPhone, you in? Congratulations. Congrats on securing your ticket. Let's get it. All right. Yo, remember there's three options, right? VIP, general, and platinum. Okay. There are three options to join. Now, there's two options that you can choose right now, right? You can go it alone. You can go and try to figure it out. You've heard us talk about options here. You've heard about you've seen what individuals were able to do. You can go ahead and try to figure out it on your own. Truly you can, and eventually it might work. Or option two, you can do it with us. You can join the challenge and you can get a proven system, a community, and the accountability to actually execute your first and next trade confidently. Okay. Now, the difference I want y'all to understand truly the difference between doing it yourself and doing it with coaches, you're sacrificing time. The time of the individual that you want to be, you're taking longer to get there. Okay? Understand this. Every tick of the clock is less time we have here. And I heard this one time, every day that we wait is less time that we have living our dream life. Every day. Because we're like, oh, yeah, it's not for me. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Oh, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. And then you look and it's 5 years later and you have yet reached that goal. You have yet chipped away at all those barriers or all those things piled up to what you actually wanted to do. I don't want to be that person over here like, oh yeah, I'm finally on a boat or I'm finally living my dream life. You can't even swing the golf club the way you want to. Not for me, my friends. That's the one thing I understand, that time is the one thing that we cannot renew. That's the one resource that we cannot ask for more of. But what we can do with this time is maximize the opportunities that are here in front of us. Remember, we said goal. Goal stands for get opportunities. I want you to write down one more. Now. No opportunity wasted. Take this as that opportunity to be like, man, I've been wanting to do something different. I've been wanting to actually tap into this thing that people been saying they're using this trading to work. I want to make it work for me too. So type in the chat for me now. No opportunities wasted. And know that this is that opportunity. There's sometimes a fork in the road where something is in front of you. You have the choice to go either way. Are we gonna go it the way by ourselves, what we've been doing, get more of what we've been having, for lack of a better statement? Or are we gonna go the route where there's a proven system? There is coaches, there is accessibility and accountability. Those are your two options. Remember, go to tradetowealthchallenge.com. You have 3 tickets that you can purchase there, 3 options. Okay. And team, let me know if we have the 5 platinum members. We have another platinum. All right, Jessica, congratulations. Congratulations, Jessica. Let's go. All right, Nikki, I see you. Congratulations, Nikki. Oh, it's Andrea. Okay. All right. Congratulations, Marie. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Marie's locked in. All right, so I want you to see Brittany here. This is cool. This is the funny thing here. Can y'all imagine like just learning this skill where you are right now? You learn it and then you actually go and you finally get your live account, which is your real money, and you're trading and you have um, your second day of trading and you made $150. Boy, if y'all don't, what? Wouldn't you be excited? How amazing would that be? First day made 150, and then I want y'all to see another trade here, $173 also. Okay? So that's 2 days of green trades. Amazing. Amazing. Now, this is what we're doing. Individuals are making $300, $400, 495, 163, 25% return on their investments. And this is the thing that we do here. The knowledge that these individuals apply on a daily basis is what you're going to be learning inside of the challenge and also with us going forward. It's going to be a beautiful time of transformation. But Mike said this earlier, and I want y'all to tap into this mindset that time freedom is the goal, right? We have been taught by society to trade time for money. That's why we have an hourly rate, right? They have salary, right? You trade your time and then you get paid. But with a trader, we trade our money for time because we are using this money to be able to access this freedom. My husband and I, we trade from everywhere we go on vacation. This summer, we were in New York, had beautiful trades for New York. We were in Puerto Rico. We were in Jamaica. We had some awesome trading days in Jamaica. I was there for like 10 days. And I want y'all to know that my money never stopped because I was out of the country, right? I just needed Wi-Fi. My main thing when I go when we travel is the Wi-Fi need to be top tier. That's freedom, y'all. Our money is not tied to a location. It's tied to the skill set and the knowledge That is mine, and that will be yours once we've gone through this challenge. So I say, if you don't do nothing else, type mine in the chat and say, this trading, this whole thing you talking about, Taneisha, is mine. I own this now. It's a part of me. I'm a trader. So I want you to own it. Say mine in the chat because this is what we do when you want to level up. You don't just say, oh, I hope it works. So excited. Now you can be excited, but you need to own it. Like you remember I said no, 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 no opportunity wasted, right? It has to work or it has to work. You have to have the attitude about you and your ability and this information that it's not a non-negotiable, right? We doing this. This is going to be mine for the rest of my existence. You can't separate me from the charts, okay? As long as there is internet, I'm gonna be making money, okay? Oh, it's awesome. Let's go, Cassandra. It's gonna be amazing. Congratulations. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yes, let's get it. Let's get it. So we have so I want to give a example here. Atia was able to start her account with $400 and she took it all the way up to $4,000, y'all. And this is the kind of returns that I want for you too. I want those kind of results and I want you to understand this just does not happen without proper tutelage and proper accountability. And this is what we are going to be doing in the challenge, giving you that skill set that you've desired and also showing you what it looks like on real charts. Now, there's a part of you that has always wanted more and actually wanted to see this through. And that is where I want to say you deserve this. You deserve to see what it looks like when you apply yourself, when you actually have the coaching, when you have the tutelage, when you have the backing of experienced coaches to help you on this journey. It's one thing to be like, yeah, I'm gonna piece together this, I'm gonna watch this video, and I'm gonna try and fail and try and fail. But what if we gave you the roadmap to say step one, step two, nah, that's not the right step three, yep, that's the right step right there, and also show you what it looks like on a chart so you can now do that repeatedly on your own and also with us. The thing when it comes to wanting to level up, there's a thing called when you're with a coach, it's called collapsing time. There's an area where you are right now, right? Where I want to trade. I want to be a trader and I want to get to a goal. And then there's the part where you're like, I am a trader. I understand what I'm doing. I'm able to make money on a consistent basis, and I understand what these charts are doing. Now, in order to get you from where you currently are to where you want to go, you need the coaching, tutelage to collapse time. Because the difference between where you are and where you want to go is simply information. Hello? It's information. Those are the steps that get you to where you want to go. Now, do you want to have those steps? Have some missteps, have some fumbles, have some, oh my gosh, I almost lost it all. Or have the opportunity to ask somebody. Have the opportunity to bounce your thoughts off of not only your coaches, but also your community, your accountability partner, right? This is the way when you level up, you don't have to level up on your own. Okay. So, congratulations. Oh, I don't poche. I know I messed that up. Bouville. You have to let me know. I know I said that wrong. Congratulations for, for securing your platinum ticket. Congratulations. Alrighty. Now make sure you go to trade2wealthchallenge.com. Remember, you have three different tickets that you can take. Three different options. Okay. Now we need to announce the platinum winners and also the high yield savings account winners. The two high yield savings account winners. Okay. So the first, and if you're here, just let me know, say here so we can have them unmute you. And so we can make sure you're here. Okay. So the first winner of the high yield savings account is going to be Ela Doss. Ela Doss. If you're here, just say here in the chat for me. Ela Doss. Ela. All right, all right, all right. Second winner is going to be Maria. Maria. Maria, if you're in the chat list to let me know, tell me you're here. Okay, okay, okay. All right, moving along. Okay, cool. Tyson. Tyson, if you're here, Tyson, let me know. It's Marie with an E. Not sorry, Marie. Okay. Congratulations, Marie C. Congratulations. I'm here.
Stop here.
Congrats, congrats. All right. Team, can you all message Marie so we can get her contact info, please? Marie, go ahead. Team, can you contact her so we can get her email and contact information? Thank you so much. And then LaShonda. LaShonda, are you still here? Thank you, Mark. Going once, going twice. All right, Angie W. Angie W. Thank you so much. If you're still working on your challenge tickets, make sure you go to tradetowealthchallenge.com and secure your tickets. All right. No Angie. And then Jasmine M. Jasmine M. Jasmine M.
I'm here.
Hello, hello. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, so DM Mark with your contact info and congrats on your deposit into your high yield savings account. We're so grateful to be able to help you on this wealth ladder building journey, okay? All right, so let's get to the prop firm accounts, the $50,000 Vanquish prop firm account. All right, first person is going to be Robert J. Robert J. Congratulations. Okay, wonderful. Congrats to you, Robert. All right. Once also Robert just DM Mark for me also. All right, next person is going to be Frank B. Frank B. Frank B. Congratulations on the $50,000 prop firm account, okay? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Congrats, congrats, congrats. It's going to be an amazing addition to your trading, and looking forward to seeing you in the challenge. It's going to be wonderful. Okay. All right. Next is going to be Omar Alsup. Omar, congratulations, Omar. Wonderful, wonderful. Congrats to you. All right, all right, all right. All right. Next we have Ashana Guyton. Ashana Guyton, congratulations on you're securing your $50,000 prop firm account. Congratulations. All right, all right. And Shauna Alternate? Shauna O. Shauna O. All right. Congrats, congrats, congrats. All right, so make sure those winners that you have reached out to Mark to Mark or customer service to be able to secure your prize. I want to make sure you get your contact information so we get over to you. Um and that is going to be wonderful to help you. So y'all, I want y'all to understand that these wins that my students have produced, it's the same information that we're going to be covering inside of the challenge. And once again, we're going to be able to execute on day 5 your first confident trade, be it real or paper. But what it's going to be, it's going to be a way for you to be able to experience what we've taught you in real time. So folks like this, like Bezo, in regards to $4,400 in a day, $331 in a day, 851. These are real folks, y'all. And I want y'all to understand that real folks are able to do this on a daily basis. So tapping into the information and also being able to apply it, it's what's going to be the difference between where you currently are and where you want to go when it comes to your trading. Okay. Now, we have some amazing guests that are going to be coming. Saida Garrett is going to be coming as a guest during that challenge, along with the coaches. You're going to be able to learn about wealth creation and also wealth preservation when it comes to Saida. We're going to be learning how to make money from us, but also you got to learn how to build that legacy. So, this is going to be a special guest that's a part of the 5-day challenge that's fully included in your challenge ticket. Also, you're going to be able to experience the tax portion. I always get this question. How do I do my taxes as a trader? How do I make sure I avoid that, not avoid, but understand how to manage taxes when it comes to trading? We're going to have a rep from Prime LLC to help give you information on how to navigate that and properly execute your taxes as a trader. And finally, we're going to have Nehemiah Davis come in and speak. He is a speaker and helps with motivation, getting you to the next level. So he's going to be coming in as a special guest. Um, and you're going to be able to experience that going forward. So super excited about all of the tutelage and the knowledge that we're going to have inside of the challenge here and once you get that one ticket, you're going to have access to all of that. And once again, we do have a recording portal for any session that you may miss. Okay, so remember, go to trade2wealthchallenge.com, secure either your general admission, platinum, or VIP ticket, my friends. And one thing I want y'all to remember, the gift to your future self is what you do right now. Okay, what you're doing right now is what's setting up your future self. So I want y'all to know that what you're doing right now in 2026, your future self is going to say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for stepping out on faith and actually betting on myself, betting on yourself, and getting on to the next level. Because we've tried everything, like we've tried all of the things, and we want something different. So your future self is going to thank you for what you're doing right now. Okay. I want y'all, this is one thing that I thought, and I will say with 100% certainty that I thought I had to have a specific time that I was ready. Okay? Where there was going to be an aha moment that I was just going to be like, "Oh my gosh, yes. The clouds open up and things make sense." There's no time like that, my friends, okay? Comfort is a fast it's a false narrative that keeps you stuck. Okay, comfortable is just something you're used to. That does not mean it's right for you. Okay, I was comfortable in my job as a teacher. Does that mean I was right to be there for the rest of my life? No, but I had to get uncomfortable to access the life that I knew that I deserved. If I stayed comfortable, I would never have been able to expand. I would not be talking to millions of people on YouTube or and talking to y'all amazing folks. It would not be possible if I stayed comfortable. So I want you to understand your future self is waiting for you to get uncomfortable. And one of the things that I say, right? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Okay? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable when it comes to going to the next level. Alrighty? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable because the next level, it requires some stretching. It requires some growth in order to the next get to the next level. And like Mike said, time freedom should be the goal. Time freedom is the goal, understanding that freedom and the ability to live the life that you deserve and the way you want to comes with some sort of sacrifice. Now, how cool is that? That the sacrifice is being able to be in a room for 5 days, even if you're platinum, 5 extra hours with coaches who not only make their living from trading, but also are teaching other people how to do that same thing using a proven system, holding you accountable and pointing you in the right direction. Okay? Now, I don't know about you, but if I wanted to be free, if I wanted to grow, if I wanted to go to the next level, the kind of person or the environment that I would want to be in, I would want to be in an environment with someone who has done it before. That is what mentorship is. That's what tutelage should be. That's where growth happens when you are in the room with individuals that are doing the thing that you want to do so that they can model and show you that also. Okay? Now, success happens. This is where success happens. People think it just happens overnight or to certain people. Oh no. Success happens when there are small, uncomfortable choices that they create extraordinary situations. That's what success is. It doesn't just happen in one big bungle or one big movement. It's small things that happen over time. It's watching less television. It's reading these books. It's processing self-development and prioritizing your mindset. And it's also understanding that, hey, I need to be with someone who has done this thing that I really, really, really want to do versus me trying to figure it out by myself. So that's what success is. When you're doing these small, yeah, it's uncomfortable to go out on. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. But that is how you create change. That's how you create extraordinary situations. This is how you create growth, is by making those small choices that help you get to the next level. Now, I want you to, after tonight, and I want to leave you with this. I want you to stop being poor. This is it. If you are coming to the challenge, let's go. It's gonna be amazing. Can't wait to see you. We're gonna have an amazing time on the September 11th through 7th through the 11th, starting at 6 with the VIP. If you are still working on it, go to tradetowealthchallenge.com. You have 3 options. But I want you to stop being poor. Okay? I want you to stop, even if going into 2027, I hope you take this with you. Stop passing over opportunities repeatedly. There's always opportunities for growth, leveling up, increasing, mentorship. There's always opportunities. Now, are all of them amazing? You'll never know if you pass over them. Do they all work? You'll never know if you pass over them. Stop passing over opportunities repeatedly and stop saying that, oh, it's not for me. You will never know until you actually do it. So, that being said, trade2wealthchallenge.com is where you'll go ahead and secure your ticket. Remember, you have 3 options. Um, if you have not done so yet, go ahead and secure your ticket. And I want to say thank you very much for your time here with me, and I hope you learned something new. And those friends who have already secured your ticket, welcome to the challenge. Super excited to see you. And Coach Mike and myself and Coach Jordan and all of our guests are going to be super excited to bring you to the next level. So it's going to be an amazing time on the 7th. Can't wait. So team, go ahead and take it over, and y'all have a blessed night, and I will see y'all again soon. Okay, friends? Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.
One of my biggest challenges before joining BUA was trying to find out the place that wasn't a scam. But after reading the reviews and joining within the first 5 minutes, I knew this place was not only safe, but it was a home for myself. Seeing how Mike and Taneisha both connect with other students across the world, across the country, and how they got to know them almost on a personal level. One of my very specific breakthrough was finally when after I stopped cutting corners, went through all the material 2 and 3 times, and then now I found the confidence and the knowledge to not only get in the trades, but take and hold the trades that the coaches would talk about. If you're on the fence about joining a group, don't be. Join it. You can ask anyone at any random time about their experience, and don't wait. Join.
Hi, Coach T. This is Pam A. And your TCT strategy helped me out so much and helped me build confidence in knowing what I should be looking for. So I'm so grateful that I found you and had an opportunity to just learn and keep learning as we go forth. The expectations, I tell you, it's not always wins, but it's an opportunity to gain financial freedom when you understand it and you just be patient and not overthink it too much, as I sometimes do. But yes, I would tell them just try if that's something that you're interested in, and join the BUA family, and you'll get a better understanding of what you can expect and what you want to do with your future financially. I truly enjoyed our first meetup and looking forward to future meetups. Thanks.
I did not know the difference between options, futures. Certainly didn't have a strategy. I did not know how to place a trade. So all those things are things that I've learned since joining BUA. They're very organized. They have the lessons, like I said, the didactic piece. You're on Zoom call where you can ask questions. If the coaches, Coach Taneisha, Coach Jordan, are explaining information that you don't understand, they will stop and say, hey, do you understand this? And you can say yes or no, run back through it. And so it's really a good piece. There's homework and accountability in the boot camp. So that was the piece that I feel like helped everything click for me.
My experience with the Boss Up Academy, it become a great inspiration to me. It really changed my life. Learned how to be patient, more disciplined, but I'm still working on it, you know what I'm saying, getting better. As long as I get 1% better every day, I'm gonna make it with the BU family. Coach Mike and Coach T, they some of the best people I ever been dealing with. Thank God I was able to meet them in person.
When I first started training, man, I was out there like gambling. Like I didn't know anything about charts, about reading levels. And Coach Mike and Coach T, they do a great job taking it from knowledge to born, with showing you why it is you take a trade. If anybody's out there on the fence, I suggest that you come out, give it a try, listen. They'll do a good job with you, sitting you down, showing you a strategy, and showing you why it is we do what we do in these markets out here.
What's up, Boss Up fam? This is Kim. Since I've joined, I have a clear understanding of reading the indicators and marking up charts. Like before, I didn't mark charts. Now I see the importance of it and how they all work together. I feel like I have found my tribe. It's like it's like a little family. And I would even say for even the most experienced trader that it would be a good thing to have community. So if you were thinking about joining Boss Up Academy, or if you're interested in it, give it a try. Like there's nothing to lose. I've made money. I probably could have made more if I was a little more disciplined, which Boss Up Academy teaches discipline And if you follow the rules, if you follow the strategies, you can't lose. You know.
I just want to let you know that I'm on a cruise ship with one of the best academies available, Boss Up. I looked around at other options and other things, but what I found different from any other group was family. So if you're looking for family and you're looking to trade successfully, what you're looking for is Boss Up. Take it from me.
BUA family, what's up, y'all? Coach T, Coach Mike. My experience here at the BUA been phenomenal. But beyond the money and the monetary benefits, the education is what I love the most. We don't just call out trades and say, hey, jump in here, jump out here. No, we actually learn a strategy. We learn why we get in. We learn where to take profit at. We learn a lot. And on top of that, genuineness, how they care. You know what I'm saying? Care to see you win. I would honestly say take the leap of faith, because what you gain, what you learn, and just growing with others in the community is priceless. Seriously, it's really priceless.
What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Coach T, Coach Mike, the whole BUA family. I know when I first started, I didn't even have a strategy, but it feels good when I'm a part of the community right now and we actually have actual strategy, seeing how consistent they are when they show up, even on vacation. Like they said, it's all about getting 1% better every day.
Honestly, I thought trading options was way too hard for someone like me. And I didn't have thousands of dollars to risk, and I was super scared of losing money. But then I found Taneisha. She literally teaches you like you're in 5th grade. She breaks down every single thing step by step. And the best part is she teaches live, so I can actually learn while trading. The community is super supportive too, and you'll never feel alone. Now, little old me is feeling confident, but the best part of like this whole thing is I'm actually building real financial freedom for me and my family.
So I kept telling myself, nope, it's not for me. But then I found Taneisha. She has this way of making trading feel simple. Like she literally teaches like we're in 5th grade, and honestly, it works. Now, I don't feel scared anymore. I feel empowered. I went from thinking trading was this big intimidating thing to actually being excited and confident to log in and trade. The best part is that this is one skill no one can ever take away from me. If you're watching this and you've been scared to start because it looks too hard or intimidating, I'm here to tell you it's not, especially with Taneisha. She makes it possible for regular people